Good morning, Mayor of Everett Carlo DeMaria. ¿Cómo está? Good morning.
Good morning, Alberto.
And
Okay.
I would like to use this time to allow you to answer some very pointed questions so you're not misquoted, so you're super clear. My first question, mi primera pregunta is your department, your office, or anybody involved in the city of Everett working with ICE?
We do not collaborate with ICE.
That's
We do not collaborate ICE with any enforcement actions. We do not collaborate with ICE.
Okay. If that's the case, what happened with this 13-year-old child who we're going to talk about why he was arrested, but how did he end up in the hands of ICE and now because of ICE out of the state, which many people say is unconstitutional? Because how does a child who's 13 get arrested by Everett police, end up in the hands of ICE, and then out of state?
Yeah, I mean, very easy question to answer. I mean, public safety and immigration are two separate issues. Okay, so we know this young man very well. We know him very well in the city of Everett, in the public safety realm with the police department. We know him.
Are you saying? All right. So I want to be clear, because are you saying that he's got a criminal past?
He does.
Okay.
Yep.
A criminal past.
I cannot discuss that because he is a juvenile.
Right.
But you saw that Homeland Security put out some information regarding some of his criminal history. We got a call from someone in the community letting us know that he was on his way to school about noontime, that they had witnessed that he had shown them what they believed was a gun, but shown him it was a double-sided knife, that he was on his way to school to harm another young male at the school. We received that information. We were waiting. We were on him. We finally got him at the bus stop in front of the Pollen School. Police seized upon him, and they found on him the knife. They put him into custody. They arrested him. They brought him to the police station. Once they fingerprinted him, his fingerprints go into a nationwide system. At that point, we got a detain. Immediately, we received a detainer from ICE to ask the police department that they were on their way, and they wanted him.
Did you guys call ICE?
No, we did not call ICE. They immediately sent the Everett Police Department a detainment form saying that they would like this young man.
That is a constitutional issue that is separate. And we're going to get to that. And I'm going to get to that with you now. So did you have anything to do with him being transferred to wherever he is?
No, we have no authority over the federal government or where ICE detains young people. That's the only place I guess they have a juvenile detention center is in Virginia. I wish they would have one in Massachusetts if they're gonna pick up juveniles. They should have something in Massachusetts so families and friends and those can stay close to him as he moves through this process. I know they had a hearing just recently. I don't know the outcome of the hearing.
How did ICE find out? Mayor, ¿cómo se aprendió ICE? Did you call them, the police? How did ICE find out about this child?
ICE, as soon as we fingerprint to him, it goes into a APHIS, I believe it is called, a nationwide system where all agencies have access to that system. He is well known to a lot of people. And once his fingerprints went into the system, they immediately sent a detainment letter or a fax, a detainment to detain him. They sent it to the police department, and they came within, I think, within the hour. They were there.
You've explained it several times now, and they're still doubting, saying that you're working with ICE.
Yeah.
I don't know how you want to respond to that.
Those are the same people who are creating the fear in the community, continue to create the fear. That are scaring everybody in our community, which is very unfortunate. I always tell people in the community, There are many, many residents that I know and love that do not have the status that I have, like that I'm a citizen. I tell them all the time, continue to bring your kids to school, continue to go to work. We need you in our country. We need you here. We need our federal government, our federal legislators. If I was a Democratic senator today or congressperson, I'd be in the president's office working on an immigration bill, a pathway to immigration. My grandfather, he was a butcher in the meatpacking district. My grandmother made candy at Sharaff's. My mother was a seamstress at House of Bianchi. My father was a brick mason. These are jobs that immigrants do. We need them. They are the lifeblood of our community. People continue to spread false rumors about me and my administration. We love and appreciate and respect our immigrants in our community like we respect everyone in our community. But we don't tolerate issues when it comes to public safety. We do not want anybody in our community with knives or guns and harming anybody. This young man, unfortunately, has a criminal history, a criminal past. He's well known. He's caused us a lot, even at 4th of July festivities, he caused us problems that evening as well. He was going to go harm a young boy. We'd be talking today about a 12-year-old boy who was murdered. Instead, we're talking about a 13-year-old boy who's in custody in Virginia. I understand Virginia is too far away from his family, but you know what? He's far enough away from the Powell Memorial School where he could have harmed some serious kids. And today, a lot of teachers and kids in that school feel a lot safer that he's not there.
Do you have the power to change the law regarding fingerprinting minors?
No, I do not.
Why do you print minors?
We fingerprint everyone who gets arrested. That's the only way we can keep a record of who is getting arrested and who they are by their fingerprints.
Yeah. Do you have the power to change that? Or is that the governor? Should they be talking to the governor on that?
That's probably the court system.
Seguramente la sistema de corte.
I talk to parents who have no status. Okay, I guess that go to the Powell School, have kids there. They are relieved today that this guy is not in that school.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, I think there is a very legitimate case. Are his constitutional rights being violated? But does that have anything to do with you, Mayor?
No, it doesn't have anything to do with me, and I agree. Everyone has the right to due process. It's afforded to us in our Constitution. It doesn't say you have to be a citizen or not citizen. You should have due process. Should be a hearing. Now, him being in Virginia, I believe is not fair to his family and to his defense team to put together a case together. I don't agree. That's one of the things I've been saying. It would be nice to have a facility. Hopefully they can bring him to a facility. I know we don't have a juvenile facility, but hopefully they could find a facility where they could bring him and house him as he goes through this process. I think he's going to have to go through the process here anyways. And then after, if he is found guilty or something, then after that, I think, that's when the immigration system happens. He gets deported or whatever it may be. But, again, yeah, I would wish he would be at least here to go through that process. I agree with that. Bringing them to Virginia is not right. Yeah. But I do want everyone to understand. And, my number one priority is to keep everyone safe.
What is your message? I want to give you the floor to talk to families in Everett who are getting it from other sources.
It's important to remember that everything you see online and on Facebook is not accurate. Try to listen to people like yourself, okay? Official city channels. To ask me, ask us, ask elected officials. Go to us directly. There's a lot of misinformation. Come to me. Do not fear me. When you see me, come to me, talk to me. I will let you know what is going on. I do not agree with taking people out of work or off the streets because they have no documentation. I do not agree with that. And when I find that out, if there is a case of that or an instance like that, I will stand up for them. I will stand up for them, and I will do everything in my power to make sure that those people are returned back to our community. Our police department is made up of Brazilians and Hispanics and people from all over the world. We have officers. Come to them, speak to them. We do not work with ICE. We protect you. We are here to protect you. And a lot of immigrants, like my grandparents, they left Italy because of unrest. A lot of other immigrants who've come from other parts of the world left because of issues like this little boy was trying to do. They wanted to take their families away from things like that, uh, being threatened at school, being trying to be indoctrinated into gangs. That's why they came to America. So I urge people, those people who are spreading on social media, to ask our U.S. senators and Congress people in Massachusetts, the 9 Congress people, or 7, and the 2 senators, to work with the president. Pathway to immigration. Let's get a bill passed. Let's get these our residents, afford them the same rights that my grandparents and my parents were afforded. That's the problem here. But I just tell everybody, Alberto, you know, you're a good, hardworking, and loyal person to your family. Continue to go to work. I mean, I'm hearing people are self-deporting, which is I feel so awful about hearing that stuff, because they're scared. They don't want to be picked up because just because of immigration status. That's just I don't know what to say about that.
Don't listen to comments on social media. Go and get the right sources. Go and get it, because there's misinformation, there's disinformation, and there's a difference, there's a nuance, and there's a lot of that going on.